Could you help me? I have nothing to hide, sir, but I've never heard of this.
How can I help you, sir?
Good day. I'm looking for room 227. An acquaintance of mine has invited me to visit him.
Oh, Mr. Holmes, what a delight to see you again. Professor Malice told me he was expecting someone, but I didn't know it would be you. 227 is upstairs and to the left. He said you should spare him the trouble and let yourself in. Here's the key. I'm sure he'll be thrilled to see you.
Professor Malice. Yes. Yes, of course. Well, I'd best not keep him waiting, thank you.
Any sign of the stolen documents?
A family photo of the man who jumped off the bridge. Pity. Everybody has pressure points. What would happen if I pushed yours? How many more dossiers like this does M possess? Mysteries of Sirius B by Jacob Haring. Used, then discarded. Like everyone in his path. These people were not colleagues or co-conspirators, they were just implements M used to get what he wanted.
What did it say, Sherry?
That I failed, John. He's gone, tore through Cordona like a hurricane and left us to sift through the wreckage. Nelson's monument in Trafalgar Square, London. I am watching you.
The hairs on my neck just stood up.
A dossier on General Garnet Wolseley, but now empty. I recognize this seal from Jacob Haring's mail. Extensive handwritten notes on Sirius B. It appears M was studying up. He left behind only what he wanted us to find. Infuriating. The champagne bottle is uncorked, yet still chilled and bubbly. The gall of this man.
Someone's celebrating a victory, and I'm not sure it's us.
The first move has been made. Anglo-Egyptian war looms. A clean champagne flute. M is celebrating and wants us to know it. Mycroft's agent. So M did orchestrate her accident with unimaginable precision. Jacob Haring, just a pawn in a complex chess match. A marked map of Cordona. We've visited most of these locations recently. The position of naval forces in the Mediterranean. This M has his sights set on bigger things. All these thefts, exactions, and deaths are the intricately entwined pieces of a greater plan, and we failed to influence it in the slightest.
We're too late, Sherry. M set this all up for us, knowing by the time we found it, he would already have left Cordona.
No, there must be something I've missed. We can still catch him.
There's nothing else here. It's over. You read his letter. He laid out this makeshift museum to taunt you. Don't give him the satisfaction.
I will not cede defeat. I will treat this threat with the seriousness it deserves, which is to say, my absolute attention.
Then you were giving him the win, Sherlock. Have you considered you might be out of your depth? He was sitting here in this very room, spinning his web around Cordona and beyond, manipulating and murdering people, using the Mediterranean as his playground like some sodding Napoleon of crime.
Are you trying to suggest?
I am not suggesting. I am stating outright that he is toying with you and you are too arrogant to avoid the bait. Sherlock, we stumbled into the lion's den. Now we must slow down, be smart, and make sure we get to walk out alive.
When a fly gets caught in a spider's web, it twitches. But the more it does so, the more it traps itself. You are twitching too much, John. Do not mistake my rage for recklessness. Do not mistake disappointment for desperation. The spider does not yet know what it caught.
He knows full well. The man makes no mistakes, Sherlock.
Incorrect. He just made one. He caught my attention.
That's what I'm saying. You are behaving exactly how I'd expect. He wants you to come after him. He knows you can't resist the game. You need to face the facts. You lost. You were outwitted and he got away. Don't fall for it again. The smartest thing we can do now is lick our wounds and tell Mycroft everything.
Mycroft, now you really are being hysterical.
Look around you, Sherlock. He's stealing secrets from the Crown, toying with navies, fomenting war. You cannot catch him alone. We will need all your brother's connections to stop this madman before he does worse.
M thinks he can anticipate my decisions, and for now I shall let him believe it. But fear not, John. When opportunity strikes, so will I.
This is not about you and your ego, Sherlock. There are other lives at risk.
I am well aware, John, but Mycroft is not the answer. For the Crown, criminals like M are just as easily seen as assets or allies should their crimes align with one's political agenda. I will not involve my brother and risk this man walking free. I cannot allow it.
You're fooling yourself, Sherlock. You think M doesn't have a folder on you and Mycroft? He's counting on you two not cooperating. It's obvious.
I am simply ensuring that when M and I cross paths again, it will be on my terms, neither his nor Mycroft's. That is how I will win.
This is a mistake, and one day you'll pay for it. But I know you too well to argue any longer. M is gone. For now, best to focus on the reason we came to Cordona in the first place.
On that matter, you are probably right. But John, I need you on my side.
I am on your side, Sherry. To make sure you don't get yourself killed.
I appreciate it. Shall we?
Masterpiece! Sorry, I have nothing to offer you at present. Make your garden cozier with my goods will brighten up your house. Enjoy your purchase.
Mr. Sherlock Holmes, I presume.
Correct. With whom do I have the pleasure?
Emilio Estevaux, happy to make your acquaintance. I am here on behalf of Mycroft, your brother. He's on his way to Cordona. In the meantime, he requests your assistance with a sensitive matter. My orders are to provide you with the details.
I'm afraid I don't have time for this now.
I hope that you will reconsider. If you do, I'll be here.
Ah, the best place for reading. Another one. There must be something important behind it. I can feel it.
Home sweet home, Sherry.
We used to take a shortcut down the banisters, much to everyone's annoyance.
Oh yeah, what fun. They had to fix these handrails several times. I wouldn't try it now, Sherry, tempting though it is.
To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether
I
it
can
is
sense an
nobler in the
incoming
mind
memory,
to
Sherry.
suffer the slings and
For
arrows
you.
of outrageous fortune. I was so frustrated to find only one bed in this room. Mycroft initially refused to bring another for you, but after a week-long dispute, he gave in.
What a stubborn man. How well do you think he would sleep without a bed?
So, are you ready to take on the task?
You have my attention, Mr. Estevaux.
Mark Ridley, the son of General Arthur Ridley, is being blackmailed. Suffice to say, the compromising material is of a delicate nature. The matter is of no small importance to the Crown, especially given the status quo on Cordona.
What about the status quo?
The Ottoman population holds a certain animosity towards the colonial rule. It's been this way since we took over the island. General Ridley made concessions with their leaders, but I'm afraid we are still teetering on the edge of open hostility.
What does Mycroft want me to do? Retrieve the blackmail material?
No, sir, nothing of the sort. Mark Ridley is meeting the blackmailer atop the old city bridge tower. You shall observe from a distance, then establish the blackmailer's identity. Do not attempt to arrest him. We'll handle it from there.
Saving the best for yourself? Fine.
There is a cafe just over the bridge that provides a good vantage point. Please report to me when you are done. I'll be waiting for you here, and remember, discretion is of the essence.
Here, grab a seat.
You even brought a book, huh?
May I have... Same as always.
You just don't give up, do you?
Oh, come on, let's get closer. We can't see anything from here.
No, too early.
So we're just going to sit here all day?
Patience, John. I have a feeling this is more than simple blackmail. We'll be close when the blackmailer leaves, and then...
Go! Oh, not a pretty sight, this. Head trauma, fatal. Gravity is cruel like that.
A rather frivolous accessory for a military man. Shame it's all bloody now. He was stabbed several times before he fell. The shape of the wounds suggest a curved blade. A key, and where there's a key, there's a lock. The knife is missing.
It's almost like he's dancing.
Dancing the dance macabre.
No signs of life, no pulse. I'm declaring Corporal Ridley dead.
Please move along. The police are on their way. Everything's under control.
Is it now? The General's own son has fallen out of the tower, and not without help, it seems. I need to inspect the scene, and quickly.
The corporal? He ordered me not to let anyone inside without telling him. But now... Wait, are you saying it's a murder?
A brief examination of the body was enough for me to conclude that he was murdered by a blade of Ottoman origin.
You can't possibly be so certain.
Oh, I can be. The corporal suffered deep stab wounds which were inflicted with great force. They were made by a knife meant for cutting, not stabbing. A curved blade, such as an Ottoman jambir or a Gurkha kukri. I haven't seen any Gurkhas on the island, so the conclusion is quite obvious.
Amazing. You do seem more than competent. All right, go in. I'll wait here for the police.
Did you see anything suspicious?
No, sir, nothing. Corporal Ridley had to attend to some private matters upstairs. No one went in, no one came out. Oh, but that means the killer is still inside. Are you sure you want to go in alone?
I'm not alone. I have my friend with me.
Your friend? You mean your gun? There's no one at...
Never mind, I'll be fine.
The killer's gone, vanished into thin air.
This blade is a naval officer's dirk. Sharp, well cared for. The edge is covered with blood, but the tip is clean. Exactly 100 mangears. The killer didn't touch them. This cigarette is still smouldering. Can you smell the body odor, John? Someone's been hiding in here. Someone sweaty.
Unless it's a laundry chest. But then it's a different mystery altogether. The case of the vanishing sweaty pantaloons.
Ridley was attacked by his blackmailer, but before being pushed out the window, Ridley managed to wound him. The killer must still be bleeding.
Come on, let's take the rope down.
I'd rather take the stairs.
Ah, what a bore.
So what happened? Was there anyone upstairs?
No, the killer escaped. We're dealing with a carefully planned assassination. What can you tell me about the deceased?
We were from the same unit, stationed together at the barracks by the bridge, but I can't say I knew him well. Maybe someone at the barracks could tell you more.
Do you know if the corporal had any enemies? Someone who would want him dead?
No, none that I know of. But then again, there's always the Ottomans. They'd want all of us soldiers dead, I reckon.
That was a rough landing. That was a rough landing.
Wow. Amazing, right?
Disturbing is more like it. Aha! A curved knife covered in fresh blood. There we go. Aha! A curved knife covered in fresh blood. There we go. I doubt that this eagle is purely ornamental.
Careful, Sherry. Locals aren't too happy with what you're doing.
I'd
think you
better
are?
leave the knife
Leave
here.
it.
Now
Don't
is
touch.
a bad time to ruffle any feathers.
Infidel! Don't! No.
Are you able to help me?
We cry for help, you
Leave
do
it.
nothing. So when you ask for help, why should we speak?
Stop
Can you
that.
satisfy my curiosity?
I
Don't touch
cannot,
those.
sorry.
Oh, I am bored. Call me when you find the answer.
It's sacred. Go away from it.
Could you help me?
No, friend. I'm sorry. I don't know the answer.
The barracks are off limit to civilians. The barracks are off limit to civilians. The barracks are off limit to civilians. You aren't here to relieve me from duty, are you? Oh well.
May I ask for your assistance?
Ah, I know this, yeah. Let me help you.
Is this familiar to you?
I don't know, but I'm sure there are others who'd be glad to help a fella in uniform.
Help me, please.
Ah, I know this, yeah. Let me help you.
Can I ask you a question?
I'd help you if I could, but I know nothing.
May I ask for your assistance?
I don't know, but I'm sure there are others who'd be glad to help a fella in uniform.
Nice. A room after my own heart.
A little
Can you
austere
imagine
for
me
my
wearing
taste.
that uniform? I think I'd look rather dashing.
There are scratches on the floor. The locker was moved. Being the son of a general must be difficult. Rise all the way to the top. Make me proud, son. That's quite a hefty sum. Enough to start a new life. 2 tickets to London would have been a very different ending for the corporal's story.
Ridley's blood. Ridley's blood is on all.
Are you able to help me?
I don't know, but I'm sure there are others who'd be glad to help a fella in uniform.
Help me, please.
I don't know, but I'm sure there are others who'd be glad to help a fella in uniform.
This is...
It's not working. You might need a different tack.
Can I ask you a question?
I wish I could help you, mister, but I can't.
Excuse me, just one question.
Don't annoy me with your stories.
May I ask you something?
Yes, yes, I can inform you about that.
You have no business here. Go away.
Who's there? Who's there? Who's there? Who's there?
Don't
Come,
miss up.
come.
Let's pick something that's...
Decorate.
Be careful with what you've taken.
Keep walking, stranger.
Who's there?
Another knife. Don't pass. Let's pick something that suits you. Be careful with what you've taken.
Who's there?
You are expected. Quickly, come in.
My love, oh, I'm so... Who are you? Where's Mark? Answer me or I'll call for help.
You will do no such thing, Jalen. We both know it.
How do you know my name? And why are you wearing this scarf? What has happened?
A flood of questions, but I only have one answer. Mark Ridley is dead.
No. This cannot be. You're lying. Tell me you're lying.
Keep your voice down, miss. I don't have time for a lady's hysterics. Mark has been murdered, and I believe that the murderer is part of this house.
No. It was a secret. We were meeting. How could anyone find out?
The truth always comes out one way or another, but enough of this. Tell me, have you seen anything suspicious here?
No, I heard the servants talking about blood near the main entrance, but I didn't think... This is too much for me. I can't.
Why did you have to be so mean to her?
I wasn't mean. Now is not the time for pity.
Is that you or your reptilian brain talking?
Leave me be.
A bloody trail. Let's see where it leads.
Do you think they'd mind if I washed my shirt? I haven't changed in days and I'm starting to smell.
A pile of fresh clothes. How convenient. All soaked in blood. Well, a fresh shirt is as good a lead as any.
So, think you can identify the killer on the first try?
Huh. Do you doubt me?
What are you staring at, you crazy woman?
So, here you are. The wounded eagle in its eyrie.
What the hell? An Englishman here? Why are you wearing a dress?
I understand your confusion. It's been a turbulent day, hasn't it?
Do you have any idea who you're talking to, Brit?
Indeed I do. You are the proud son of this house. Proud, but wounded. You keep it well hidden, but you're far too nervous to think straight. So please let me explain while you catch your breath.
I am Osai, son of Hassan. You are on my father's property, and yes, you had better start being convincing.
My name is Sherlock Holmes. I have every reason to believe that you were involved in the murder of Mark Ridley.
Are you accusing me?
That's right, I am. I recovered the murder weapon. It bears an eagle crest, the same crest that is so proudly displayed within your house.
And a proud house we are. My father speaks for all Ottomans on this island, remember that.
Regrettably, I failed to detect much pride in the callow way you ambushed the corporal. It couldn't have been very comfortable for you inside that chest, waiting to catch the corporal off guard. Couldn't you find a better place to hide?
You're a fine one to talk of tactics. You're dressed as a woman.
If you'll pardon the metaphor, he was a fishbone that became lodged in your throat. You had a strong motive to see him dead. At the heart of this crime is a woman, Jalen. I wonder who she might be to you. Your wife? Unlikely. Your sister?
Enough! Don't you dare say a word about my sister. It was he who led her to sin. That son of a dog, Mark Ridley. He spat on our traditions and brought shame to our family. His father promised us peace, but I knew how it would be. You feed the crow, it tears your eyes out.
So you've risked the peace to right your honor.
I had no other choice. Not that you'd understand, Brit.
I believe peace between our people to be more important than this terrible incident.
You want peace? Well, then stay away from my family and never speak of this to anyone.
I won't say a word to the police. It will only complicate matters. There is no need for further bloodshed.
You're not so stupid after all. Now get out.
Mr. Holmes, I trust your mission was successful?
Successful is hardly the word I would use. Mark Ridley is dead.
What? How? Explain.
Blackmail was a ruse to kill Ridley, but I managed to track down the culprit. He comes from a very influential Ottoman family. All things considered, I chose not to turn him into the police.
I see. Your prudence is commendable, Mr. Holmes.
What will happen now?
I cannot tell. I'm just a piece on the board, same as you. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to report to your brother immediately.
Honestly can't believe you let the killer go. I thought it was a joke.